right, welcome back to Never Sold Out podcast. My turn this week again. So we're talking YouTube.
All right.
Everybody loves YouTube. Everybody uses YouTube.
Especially on the
Let's
toilet.
Oh yeah, definitely. How many hours do you lose on the toilet watching YouTube?
Too many. I got irritable bowel syndrome and the YouTube, so I'm already on the toilet for a long duration. Now it's even
He's just
further.
a toilet man.
Yeah, spend more time on the toilet than I do anywhere else.
Hey, what better place to watch YouTube then?
Yeah.
Well, YouTube's been around forever, as we know. When was it? Like 2004, 2005, something like that.
I think it was 2005 was when it was first coming around,
and then it got big. Like 2008, I would say, is when it started really growing.
Yeah. So from what I remember, like, and I usually remember things based off of when it becomes like a verb. So like when people stop saying, "Oh, you should research that," and instead started saying, "You should Google that." So like that's a big bridge in when it starts getting popular. So people didn't start, I would say, recommending looking at YouTube videos probably until 2008 or 2009.
Yeah,
was when
I'd
I
say
remember when it was
Mhm.
like becoming a big thing. It was still weird because there wasn't a place where you could just put anything video wise. You would have to either go to, like, I think MySpace was still somewhat struggling to stay alive around that time, so you'd see videos on MySpace, you'd see videos on like E-Bomb's World still at that point.
Yes. I think Albino Black Sheep and Newgrounds were still a thing at that time.
Right. So it was right. I remember coming out of high school, because 2009 I graduated, and that's really when I remember it being like a bigger thing. I don't know about you guys, but
what I remember most about it in the beginning, because I didn't start really getting into it till I was in, like, I guess 8th grade, and maybe it was, when were we in 8th grade, Nick? Like 2007, 2008, something like that.
No, it's
No, way before
it was
that.
way
actually.
before that. It would be like
2006.
2006. Yeah.
Was it 2006? My memory's shot.
We graduated in 2011. So.
That's right. Okay. Well, the only thing, because that's when I got introduced to it from our boy Sandwich, and he's a legend. We got to get him.
Sandwich.
Shout out to Sandwich. We got to get him on here one day.
Good man.
He's the greatest man ever.
Does he even have internet?
Yeah, he does. How else do you think he watches the shows?
I don't know, dude. I don't know what Sandwich does.
But anyway, he's a friend of mine that showed me YouTube, and basically all that was around back then were like music videos and like the Annoying Orange and Fred, like stupid videos like that, or just videos of people's cats. There wasn't much actually on there. But it wasn't until like we got into high school I was starting to see more like people were actually getting creative, putting up videos. In fact, me and my friends, we even made movies and put them up on YouTube all throughout high school. So I mean, I'd say around 2009 is when it started really taking off, where people were starting to get real creative with it. I don't know. I use YouTube at more than TV right now. Like, I get all my information,
It's funny. I guess I never really thought about it until just now. Like when did YouTube become even big in my life? I feel like it, like when I don't know about you guys, like you guys go to points at night where you're just like in like a rabbit hole of YouTube videos.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think I really got that way until probably after high school, if I had to, honestly. Because
really?
Because like my high school nights consisted of talking on the phone with my girlfriend.
True.
From friggin' 9 o'clock till 5 in the morning. But like, and I think it was probably not until high school that I even started going on YouTube, because I remember like, obviously like music videos were a big thing. But like I also remember like Power Thirst.
Yes. Yo.
The Skeletor Beastman video is really big.
Yep.
Right.
Then like the shoes. Let's get some shoes.
Oh yeah.
And all that. Yeah.
Yeah. So like I remember stuff like that, but it was more so like, oh, did you see that video? And it's like, oh yeah. Like there's a line in The Office when Michael Scott goes, "Is there anything new on YouTube?" It doesn't have to be good, because like it wasn't like so much content. It was like something would go viral.
Right.
You'd watch it, and then that was it. No,
Yeah.
it wasn't like, to me, it wasn't the idea of surfing YouTube. I didn't really start using it until I started collecting action figures.
Right.
Interesting.
Like, I mean, I used it, but like really using it, like watching like action figure reviews and shit like that, because like that was like my thing.
Okay.
And now it's like I go on YouTube for like anything, like
Right.
whatever. I'll get into this. I'm sure we'll get into a topic of it, like some rabbit holes you go down. But like,
Yeah.
like YouTube wasn't, to me, big until probably like 2012 maybe.
Gotcha.
When you started like working and you realize life's pointless, and you just
Correct.
you know what I mean, like. But like, yeah, I remember more so like viral stuff, and not so much like what YouTube is today.
Right.
Gotcha. Okay. Yeah, it really shows where it's grown though. Like, I mean, like what you were just saying, like those popular like videos like Skeletor versus Beastman, or name any of them. Like they went from silly things like that, which there's still silly videos like that. There are tens of thousands of them still being uploaded to this day, I'm sure. But now you have like YouTube creators, you got like actual series. Like half of the channels I watch are like people that have like a continuous series that they've been putting on forever. You know, whether it be like acting skits or like breakdown videos of how to do this or that, or anything. Like,
well, I think what's really cool with YouTube, and I've talked about this with Andrew 100 times, is what's cool with YouTube is like you don't need to wait for something to be greenlit, right? Like anybody can be their own television network.
Yes.
Their own director. Like, and I feel like that's what's like one of the beauties of YouTube is, like you just said, like you watch YouTube as like a TV show now.
Yeah.
Like I have people like that. Like they have like series. Like I get wrapped in some like series. Some people even have like true crime series. But then there actually are YouTube original TV series, which I gotta be honest, I've never watched.
Neither have I.
Because because half the people that star in it are like the real big YouTubers that were out of my generation that I've never watched a single, like the Paul brothers. I've never watched a video of those guys, but I know they're huge to the young. At least they were huge. Those are the type of people, like I know they're big and they're all in like those, but I never really got into that shit. But I think like I said, one of the beauty of YouTube is like even like with us, like we have a podcast. We didn't have to wait for someone to tell us like, hey, to make a podcast.
Yeah.
We just put it up on YouTube.
Right.
One day when I finally make a film, I don't care if it goes to DVD or anything. I'll just put it on YouTube.
That's what me and the other guys did for years. In fact, I think half of them are still on there.
And Eric is actually involved in a really cool fan film. They actually did a fan film of the 28 Days Later.
Oh God, that piece of crap. No, it was fun.
Really? I actually thought it was good. Like, I mean, I haven't seen it in years. I remember when it first came out. That shit was pretty dope, man.
I'm not gonna lie, it was cool, and it was one of the most fun times I ever had, like making, like I guess, a short film with them, because we used to make like one or two a week for an entire summer, but they'd be serious.
And
but
some didn't make any goddamn sense.
Yeah, some of them really didn't. Maybe I'll cover them later. I don't know. But like with this one, the idea was there, and you could tell the passion was there. Just a lot of the acting was garbage, in my opinion. That's what I didn't like about it. But it's fun to go back and watch it, because like I think we actually like won something that year for like a YouTube film type of thing. Not like an award, but like. I forget exactly what it was. I'd have to talk to Dave about it. But we actually did get recognition for it.
You got a participation medal?
I did. I don't know about anybody else.
But I think that's probably my favorite part about YouTube is like, like I know some people want to be like creators as a career, and that's great. Yeah. But I hear like a lot, like for me, like one of my passions is film, and like I want to make a movie really bad one day, and like I think like one of the cool thing is like you can do it. Like there is no reason. Like I don't need a studio to greenlight whatever I want to do. Yeah. I can just do it, and then and go about my leisure, and then add it to YouTube later, and as long as I'm proud of it.
And here's the best. Go ahead. Sorry.
No, I was just saying. I think that's the most, like even like I don't know, like any entertainment. I just think that's the beauty of YouTube. You can kind of be the person you want to be.
Exactly. You can be your own boss. You can do everything the way you want. You don't have to worry about a studio or an executive or whatever talking you down or trying to change it. And the best part about all of this, the fact that you could do it yourself, you don't need a special camera. You don't need to spend thousands of dollars. You have a smartphone, you got a camera. It doesn't even need to be a good smartphone. You can get like a $30 track phone smartphone and just make a quick video on it.
Yeah, seriously.
Who cares? If it's good enough, people are going to watch it. People are going to like it.
Pretty much.
Exactly.
Yeah. And I think that raises a pretty good topic. But, like, what was the first type of, like, video that you were, like, super interested in on YouTube other than music videos? So, like, for me, obviously, I got sucked into gaming YouTube channels. Pretty bad at one point. Because I used it a little bit. I would say like 2010, 2011, I used it a very small amount just to look up like Call of Duty zombie videos and stuff like that. And then right after that is when Black Ops 2 came out for Call of Duty. And that's when I discovered Call of Duty YouTubers who like just put up content and like people going for like insane kill numbers and stuff like that in like deathmatch and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And then I remember my first YouTube subscription, like the first person that I subscribed to was Vanos Gaming. And he just put up like funny skit videos on Call of Duty with his friends. And that's all it was. And then like from there it spread into a whole bunch of different YouTube creators. I spent a lot of time on YouTube. I don't spend too much on there anymore, but I went into a pretty unhealthy addiction of watching YouTube videos for a while.
I think we all did at one point. I think I'm still stuck in it sometimes.
Keeps me up at night.
Yeah, it does. That's my problem. I don't remember my first subscription or even like the first type of videos I really got into. I guess like funny videos at the time, like stuff like Whitest Kids You Know, or like the what is it? What channel was it that made like Charlie the Unicorn and shit?
I don't know.
I don't know.
I don't remember.
That was not a part of my.
Well, that's the standout. That's the standout video from that channel that I can remember. But like,
I do remember the Whitest Kid You Know, the Lincoln skit.
Oh, they were the greatest.
I was gonna go shit.
You ever see the one where it's three stoners in a car and the squirrel falls right through the sunroof?
Yeah.
Oh, that has me every time. But like, I think comedy was the first stuff I was getting into, like silly skip videos. But like, then it evolved into like how-to videos, learning how to like I don't know, carve stuff out of wood, because I get hooked into that kind of stuff easily. Like I watch a lot of like knife review videos or like camping,
I watch some weird shit
stuff. Dude, documentaries was actually one of the first big ones, because I would find like serial killer documentaries that I couldn't find on TV. I think that's really what it was. That and like the skit ones for me.
My girlfriend, every once in a while, will catch a glimpse of my phone at night, and she'll just laugh. She's like, "What are you watching?" Like I'm watching like a dude like cut like sand.
Yeah.
Like, and I'm like, she's like, "What are you doing?" I'm like, I don't know. I don't even know how I got to this point, but I'm here. I think for me, my first subscription might have been a action figure reviewer. His name is Shartimus Prime. That might have been my first subscription. Like I said, I got real into action figure reviews. That's kind of what brought me into YouTube. But you know, it has branched out to many different things. I actually don't even watch figure reviews anymore. Like unless I'm really unsure if I want to buy that particular figure because maybe it looks kind of dingy from the package, I'll do a quick video real quick or whatever.
Yeah.
But like I don't really watch that. But like I think YouTube for me now is like I don't even really watch movie reviews anymore either.
Hmm.
Oh, no kidding.
Jeremy Johns was one of my first subscriptions. He's a movie reviewer.
Oh, okay.
He was a big deal. I don't even know if he still does or doesn't. I think actually he does. I don't know, but I don't really watch him. But now it's kind of like I look up movie news,
Mhm.
or like whatever the hell's on my mind that week. Like I could have like a Walking Dead week where I'm watching a bunch because I have like subscriptions for different people of
Right.
different
Yeah.
aspects. So like I have a couple guys that's specifically for Walking Dead.
Mhm.
I have a couple guys that are specifically for horror films. I have my favorite YouTuber right now is that guy named Mr. H.
Okay.
I think I've heard of that channel.
He's great. He's actually making a movie currently right now, which is pretty awesome. I
Okay.
think that's cool. Like he's making his own film, but he's basically like he does like a lot of horror reviews, but he's also kind of like he's not afraid to say how he feels, right?
Okay.
He doesn't necessarily go with the political correctness of the world, and he's not afraid to be like that's stupid or like call out things that he thinks is dumb or whatever.
Mhm.
But like I found him actually because I remember when he first came out, he was doing a lot of. I found it because of Alien Covenant.
Okay.
Leading up, he was doing videos, and also, although I'm not like a massive fan of the franchise, he was doing a lot of Hellraiser videos where he would take different Cenobites and like kind of like tell their origins. And he has like this real like for a while he didn't even show his face; it was just his voice. And he's got a really cool voice.
Yeah.
When he did those videos, and he was definitely a horror guy. And then he would like do like monsters, like from Godzilla and shit like that. So like he's basically my go-to YouTuber. I think he's the best right now.
Mhm.
Because he kind of falls under the category of everything I love.
Mhm.
So that's like the YouTuber I watch. But like a lot of YouTubers I used to love for like horror reviews, I kind of stopped because I think they kind of got like one of them. I feel like they feel like their shit doesn't stink.
Yeah.
You know,
Right.
they because they got like 20,000 subscribers. I think they're like shit. And it's like okay. And then like and then some of them like I think. Some of them are even feuding now. It's like I don't have time for your drama bullshit. Like
Right.
fuck off, and I just move on at this point.
Yeah, some of them get real annoying because I even got into a lot of the movie review guys. A lot of the horror guys are annoying. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna name any names, of course.
Yeah, I won't either. But I know I agree too.
I think you know a couple of the ones I'm talking about, though.
Yeah, no, I think so too.
Yeah, but like really the only movie review channels I watch anymore, like I'll watch Bloodbath and Beyond on occasion if I see a movie title pop up that they're reviewing that catches my interest, I'll watch it. Otherwise, I won't watch it religiously. Same with Channel Awesome. I've been watching them since I don't know, like I was still in high school. I still love their reviews. They're hilarious, especially since they added the skits into them. Plus, like Doug Walker, he's one of the OGs of YouTube, I believe. So, like, got to keep that going.
For me, with Bloodbath and Beyond, I use them for like the more obscure like indie films.
Okay.
You know, I think that's one of the things I really enjoy about Bloodbath and Beyond is the fact that they're not mainstream.
Yeah, they're not.
You know, they kind of will review things that are maybe even you probably like, why would you even review that? But they will, you know what I mean? Like
Wolf Cop.
yeah. I actually own both Wolf Cops.
Do you really?
Yeah, but they'll even like review like some of the extreme horror films that like even though I'll never watch, you know, I still get to listen to their perspectives or I think like I found like some of the films like I found out about that like are like super indie. I found about it through them.
Yeah.
Like, I'm like, oh cool, you know, like I don't know, like those guys are really great, especially for the indie stuff. But like Mr. H is pretty much my go-to YouTuber.
Yeah, I just subscribed to him on my phone so I could check out some of his videos.
Yeah, he's great, dude, and he's like, in my opinion, he's like super accurate. Like when he's confirmed something, because I don't know who his sources are, but like he's got like sources, and he'll kind of confirm things, and like 9 out of 10 times he's right.
Cool. I'm excited to check him out.
I like people like that.
Yeah, and then outside of that, like every once in a while, did you guys ever hear the YouTuber Chills?
Nah.
They do like top 10 videos of ghosts caught on camera or like.
Oh, I've probably seen it. Then
he's got like he's got a really unique voice.
Okay.
Like almost to the point where you think he's digitally doing it to himself to make himself seem like if you go on YouTube right now and type in Chills, watch one of his videos. It's actually in the beginning you're actually get annoyed by his voice. You're like, what? Like, why are you doing this? And then when he does like an actual vlog, you realize like he's got. I guess you consider it a speech impediment. That's really how he talks. So now like knowing it, you're like, oh okay, like whatever. You kind of look past it. can't help it. But
Yeah.
like now it's like it went from being like, because a lot of people you read in the comments they get annoyed by his voice, but now it's like a trademark now.
Gotcha.
You know, like now
okay.
people love it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because that's how I am now. I'm like, okay, it's like it is eerie. You know what I mean?
Well,
Like,
it's funny that you say that with voices, because like there are a couple channels that I've watched where they'll switch like the host or like the voiceover guy, and I'll get mad because I'm like, man, this guy's voice sucks compared to the other person's.
Yeah.
I do the same thing.
It drives me nuts.
Like
I don't know. Go ahead.
Like which one?
like whatchamacallit? There's an esports one that I listen to, and they usually use the same guy for like
Mhm.
all their voiceovers, but then like lately they've been switching it up and like putting other people on there, and like I just don't watch the videos anymore. So I'm like, no, I want the other person. I liked his voice.
It's funny how the voice makes all the difference. Like, yeah, they could have like even a better personality than the other person, but if the voice doesn't match, it's so it's weird.
Another channel I really love is Watch Mojo.
I used to watch that,
used to.
but I moved away to like other top 10 channels because some of them I found to be a little inaccurate with some of the music countdowns that I watched. So I was like, no.
Well, especially like with like the horror shit, I'm like, what? Like,
No.
come
They're
on.
so dumb.
Yeah, but like I for whatever reason I just like top 10 videos, and I don't watch them religiously. But if it comes up on my feed like top 10 movie monsters or top 10 horror killers, I'm like, okay, and I'm like, you know, I get into like those things. But
yeah, they still come up in my recommendations too.
Yeah.
Oh, all the time for me.
But like, yeah, I stopped watching Watch Mojo for a while, like because they're usually their lists are pretty off.
They're usually
to say the
off.
least.
Yeah.
Another thing in the early days of YouTube that's probably one of the things I watched in the beginning was Kimbo Slice street fights.
Yes, yo, I remember being in your den watching those videos on your old ass Mac.
Yep, that guy. Like people don't really like he was a pioneer of YouTube. Like he literally made his living fighting in backyards and like posted it to YouTube. Like he literally he went viral from it. And the Kimbo Slice, I mean, R.I.P. You know, Kimbo Slice. He was one of my like YouTube like goes-tos, and I still watch his street fights every once in a while because they were so good.
Dude, they were good. And that's actually what got him the recognition with UFC, I think, isn't it? Or at least like
that's what helped him. It got him on. It got him on the Ultimate Fighter.
That's right. Yeah, that's what I meant to say. It's been a while, but yeah, like that proves it right there. Like, work hard enough, you get you know, people like your stuff, you could end up on the Ultimate Fighter.
Yeah, but you know what I find out? What I find in YouTube now?
What's that?
And maybe it's because I'm older and it's not my humor, but I feel like everybody does the same shit.
Yes.
Like whatever the new fad is, like for a while it was the overnight challenge, or you know, or like whatever, like everybody does it. Or like, hey, I'm gonna mail myself to some random house. And, you know, they're not. They're sitting in their living room in a box.
Right.
So to start two complaints is one is the lack of originality. Someone would do something original, and then all the other little YouTubers would follow behind. And also too, lack of integrity.
Yes.
Yeah. There's no authenticity to it. Like because I know maybe like one of them have actually done what they say they're doing.
Yeah.
But I know for a fact, like they're like no one has mailed themselves. You'd rip out of that box, jackass.
Yeah.
You know, like I mean, come on. And like I remember the one kid was like, "Oh, I'm in a UPS store right now." It's like, okay, how do you prove that? Exactly. And then the one kid, right? The one kid mailed himself, and somehow was able to play his PS4.
Ah.
I mean, I don't think cardboard comes with electricity.
No, it does not.
So I don't know. Like I just think it's kind of, and then like also too, like some of the things I'm sick of too is like because like again because it's not real. It's like that one kid who made his living like, oh, I gave this homeless guy all this money, and what he does is shocking. Yeah. It's like the guy like buys him food or like buys a lawnmower to pay for his living. I'm like, come on, like it's all bullshit.
Yeah, like the first video I'm sure was authentic because like see those I never see on YouTube. I used to see them like pop up on Facebook when I used to go on.
Yeah.
Like
are you talking
those were so fake.
Are you talking about Mr. Beast?
I don't know his
name. The guy who like literally gives away like millions of dollars a year.
I don't know.
Okay.
I couldn't tell you.
It could
I
be
couldn't tell
someone
you
who
right
is
now.
like impersonating him, but like Mr. Beast is actually legit.
Yeah, I don't
Yeah,
think
I've
that's
heard
his
good.
name.
I don't think
this
that
guy's
is
like a.
Mr. Beast.
Not saying that this kid's videos didn't start out legit.
Right.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
Like he literally could have, because I'm not like I firmly believe. I'm sure like a lot of these people that are homeless, they really are doing it. But I just think like after like, how do you find that many people that genuine, right?
Right.
That's true.
And like I don't know, like and like how do like and here's the thing, like how many people like are just going to be willing to open up their life to you? You know what I mean?
Yeah. So, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off.
No, you're fine. I was done.
Okay. So just to expand on that, on what you're talking about, because it bugs me to my core too, is the amount of people that come out with these blogging channels who are already their family's already very wealthy, and all
Oh
they
God.
do is go around and show off what a fantastic life they have,
Yep.
and all they're doing is just showing off and like rubbing their money in people's faces, and
Mm-hmm.
then providing this unrealistic expectation for the people
Yes.
growing up nowadays to this is exactly what life would be like if you were fantastic like me and had a YouTube like
Mm-hmm.
mine. So then all these kids get this idea that they can become this amazing YouTuber who makes millions of dollars a year, and all they have to do is just travel the world and show off their money
Yep.
in order to get it. And it's like, no, that's not how it works.
No. I mean, I mean, some videos like that are interesting, but they're more or less coming from people that like built themselves up.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Those are the good ones.
they had the money to get themselves.
Yeah, like
right.
Casey Neistat is a good example. Like I don't watch his videos, but he's one of the biggest YouTubers, and he does that kind of stuff. He travels. He shows his life like that, but he does it in a way that's interesting. He and I know he didn't start out rich or wealthy or well-to-do or whatever. That's just from what my buddy Bob has told me because he watches him religiously.
But it's like the people like the Paul brothers when they started coming
Oh,
around, like they were like child stars. They had
yes.
money. Like it's like when like Drake was on Degrassi and then
yeah.
like put out like albums like pretending that it was like a perceived thing that he was trying to act like he didn't come from money when he had money. But it's like no, like you can't have that. Like
No.
Well, that's what I'm saying. It's like it's a lack of people having like any self-respect and integrity. It's like they sell out, like that's what it is.
It's funny to talk about that on our podcast.
Yeah.
Yeah, like we're not doing this to get like rich and famous on YouTube either.
No.
We put it on YouTube so people can we're just three friends getting together talking.
Exactly, and that's all it is. I mean, and again, I'm not judging these people. I'm really not trying to judge them. I'm just saying, like, it's just, in my opinion, it's not what I choose to want to watch. There's people that really like it, like that kid I was just talking about, who I don't believe. I think a lot of his videos are rigged with the homeless people. But like, you know what? If that video can make someone want to be a better person, then fine, he did his job. But I just find it hard to believe that he's built a whole YouTube channel around that. And it's like, how many, like, I don't know, how many people can you find that are genuinely that good? Like, not every homeless person in the world is that good. A lot of them got put on the street due to, like, addictions or whatever. You know what I mean? It's like, and I'm not faulting them, but I'm just saying, like, you should show some of the bad as well.
Well, I was actually going to get to that too, because like, say that that this guy legitimately is finding all these genuine, like, good-hearted homeless people. How many times in between each video of the genuine is he finding just a guy where he gives them the $20 and he just runs off?
Well, that's what I'm saying. It's like
show that.
And I do believe that a lot of these guys really do it. Like, there's a guy I watched. His name was I don't know if you've ever seen his videos. I don't know if they are, but they work great. His name was Magic Over Hot. He was a magician. He was a magician, but he's funny as hell. Well, he actually did. Someone let him know, like, hey, there's this homeless guy down the street. He's the nicest guy in the world. And Rahat decided to not play a joke, but he was in cahoots with the guy at the one-stop shop type of deal.
Okay.
And the guy he gave the guy like $10 to get a lottery ticket. Well, when he went to get the lottery ticket was rigged to win for the guy. And the guy was gonna win $1,000. But the first thing the guy did was he tried splitting it with Rahat. Because he was like, oh, well, you gave me this money. This is yours too. And he's like, no. And like, he was so at all with this guy that not only did he give him $1,000, he started a GoFundMe. The guy has a home, and he probably has a YouTube channel at this point, but he got a job. Like, he actually turned his life around from it.
Wow.
Right.
Now, that was a genuine video, and there are some people out there that have these things.
Yeah.
I just don't believe that this kid in particular, I will say, I don't think all of them are fake.
Yeah.
But I don't think every single one of his videos are authentic.
Gotcha.
Because, you know what I mean? And again, listen, man, I can't knock him so hard because, like, he's just trying to be a better person.
Mm-hmm.
But at the same time, is lying really helping? I don't know.
Yeah.
Maybe it's just me overthinking it. I don't know.
No, because I overthink this stuff too, like videos like that a lot when I see them. But maybe that's the whole point. Like, regardless if it's authentic or staged, it's for the viewer to watch and feel good about. Like, okay, so this person's doing this for this person. Maybe I should go out and be a better person. Not necessarily give money to a homeless person, but even something as small as hold the door open for an old lady, or say hello to somebody that looks sad, maybe make their day. Maybe that's what they're going for, and we're just overthinking it.
Yeah, it could be. It
could be that too. But then again, we have our opinions.
Yeah, I think Nick's just more on the line of, is it okay to tell a lie if it's making a positive change? Exactly.
I was just looking at it like devil's advocate kind of thing.
Right. Yeah. And it's more of just like that, and that's for someone to decide on their own. That's a morality choice at that point. Mm-hmm. Like, he's not harming anyone by doing this lie and getting people to, like, maybe see and try and do better in their own community. Yeah. But he's also at the same time lying, which is inherently bad. Yes. So it's a nice little mental game that people can play with each other if you really want to have some fun.
I like how you put that, a little mental game.
It is. Because it gets you to question your own sense of right and wrong.
Yes.
When it's something that's good but also bad at the same time. So
yeah. And like I said, this is all alleged, guys. I have no idea if he's lying or not. I really don't. It's my opinion. He could literally have the best luck in the world, and all these videos are genuine. And then, I'll eat the crow and be like, oh yeah, my bad. So, like, I'm not saying this is 100% true. I just, in my head, it just doesn't make sense to me.
Yeah. Breaking news. Nick will eat crow.
but this can go even further too. It's not just like videos like that. It could just anything. Like, you got to really pay attention to what can be authentic or what can't be. But it also comes down to, like, what you personally like as well. Some people like those kind of videos, regardless if they're authentic or not. They don't care. They just see it as either entertainment or trying to feel good.
Here's my thing too. Like, there's a lot of reasons why I don't watch certain movie reviews anymore, because I feel like they review movies falsely because they were given a screener of a film, and instead of reviewing honestly, because these filmmakers gave them this nice opportunity to review their film, they give us this bullshit review of how great this film is, and then you're like, oh cool, like, I really trust your word. I go watch the movie, and it's like complete dumpster garbage, and it's like, you're gonna tell me you like that? And like, listen, I'll be the first person to tell you, I like garbage. I watch some dumb movies. Okay, I'm very easy to please. So if I tell you a movie sucks, it probably really does suck.
Yeah.
There are I can count on a handful, like on one hand, how many movies I actually hate. Okay, so I can't even sit there like I'm a hard guy to please. Yeah. Like, I could pretty much find good in almost any movie I watch. Like, oh, I enjoyed that. Andrew would tell you.
We are still probably the only two people in the entire world that like the Avatar Last Bender movie.
Wait, you guys still like that movie?
Oh hell yeah,
why
dude!
not?
It's on Netflix now too.
We just binged the entire like
So,
animated
so did
series.
me and Jen. So did me and Jen.
I'm still
Yeah.
waiting to start that. I got to finish like 2 other shows before I can actually sit myself down to watch another one.
Well, here's the thing that you can test like my movie abilities, because there's a movie that I think is amazing that everybody else hates, and I didn't realize how hated it was until I hung out with Andrew the one day.
What movie?
The Netflix live action Death Note.
Yeah.
I never watched it, so I don't have an opinion.
Oh,
I
God.
defend that movie to its core, and I'm pretty sure it has like a 2 on Rotten Tomato. It does not have a good score.
It's so bad.
I watched that movie, and I was like, that movie was great. Like, I was like going crazy. I was like, oh shit.
Well, let me ask you, Nick. Have you ever seen the anime before that movie?
No.
That's probably why.
That's
Why you like it. That's exactly why you like it.
Probably, and like I keep hoping for a sequel.
Right.
It's almost like the same thing as like Ghost in the Shell. When the live action came out, everybody hated it, but the anime is considered to be one of the greatest animated movies ever.
Well, I just like the reaction to Andrew's roommate. He goes, he was real genuine. He goes, well, I'm just happy someone out there likes it. Because I personally think it's garbage, but I'm genuinely happy that you like it. Thanks.
It entertains someone. One movie that I always loved was Signs. And
Yeah,
apparently
It's an overall good movie.
apparently people hate it.
Yeah.
I understand why people hate it, but it's a decent movie. It's like how I am with Ghost Rider. Everybody hates that movie, but it's a fun movie to me.
I thought the first one's great. I didn't really care.
Second one's garbage.
The second one's actually one of those movies that are on one of my hands. I'm like, I don't like it.
Yeah. But anyway, to get back to YouTube.
Sorry.
No, you're fine. You're fine because it still falls under it, kind of. We'll do movies another week. Yeah. But yeah, that actually gets to like another subject on YouTube. Like I watch like a lot of review stuff, yes, but like I've been watching a lot of like reaction videos too, and that kind of falls under that new trendy thing.
Yeah.
Every time I go on YouTube, that's the new trend is reaction videos, and more than just the reaction videos are the thumbnails to the videos where the person's got like a face like you know, like all surprised, and they got like, oh my God, or
Red
whatever
arrows pointing
letters.
everywhere.
Yeah. It's like, come on, like don't keep doing that. But some of them are funny as hell. Like I love watching like people that don't listen to metal watching metal music videos, because some of them are absolutely hilarious how they react. Some of them infuriate me, but it's just a constant like roller coaster trip. I just can't stop watching videos like that. Like reactions are fun. They've always been good.
Yeah.
Do you guys watch them?
I don't
On
watch.
occasion?
I don't inherently watch reaction videos. But sometimes the videos that I'm watching, like I watch a lot of this one Twitch streamer Flom who plays Counter-Strike.
Okay.
And like he'll post like videos from like his live stream, and sometimes he's reacting to something and they put it in the video.
Okay.
So I don't go out of my way to watch reactions, but I still end up finding reactions.
Yeah.
For me, the reaction videos I watch is like a trailer reaction.
Okay.
So like Mr. H, I'm like really anticipating him to do eventually when it comes out, the Godzilla vs. Kong trailer. Like, just like but the thing is like he'll watch it, but then he'll slowly break it down. Freeze frame and analyze it.
Right.
But like those are probably about as much as reactions that I'll go for. I'm not. I don't know. It's just not like. I don't know. Like, what are the type of things people react to that you're watching?
Well, those are the reactions that I kind of like, where they just pause it and then they break it down. Those are the types I like watching, not like where the video's playing the entire time and they're just like, oh my God.
So, like, what do you mean? Give me an example.
Okay, so like,
what do you mean?
So like a lot of it's mostly like music stuff. Like it's mostly like watching like people that like listen to rap or like country music, like reacting to a lot of metal. And the way that they'll do it, they do it for 2 reasons. One, they do it because of the copyright laws. That way they can still get money. They don't get like demonetized or whatever. So they do the pauses constantly for that. But I like hearing their opinions about the song. So like if they stop it after a certain part, they'll talk about it, they'll react to it, whatever it is, and then keep it going. Those are really the only reactions I watch. And then maybe movie trailers on occasion too.
Yeah, I've seen videos similar to that where like they'll have like millennials watch videos of like something from like the 80s or something like that, or like,
okay, sometimes those are entertaining.
They'll have like old people listen to dubstep, and it's like so I've seen like videos like that before, so that makes sense because like that's always funny to see someone who's put out of their comfort zone on how they react on something.
Yeah, that's more or less what I like watching. I don't need to see someone laughing at the same like Family Guy episode that I've seen a million times.
Right.
I'm not watching for them.
Well,
that
is something that I end up watching on YouTube sometimes, like funniest moments from South Park season 10 or something like that, like just a compilation video of
compilations I'll watch.
Yeah, compilations is definitely something I watch. Like I think some of my favorite videos are like compilations or like ranking videos.
Yeah, me too. I watch at least 3 ranking videos a day, oddly enough.
Yeah, like one of my favorite things is like some of the horror YouTubers that I was following at the time, like they would do like a film franchise like Halloween, and then they would rank them, and I always like it. I mean, even though some people get like really up in arms about it, I'm like, dude, it's an opinion. Relax.
But something I like about those ranking videos, it could change your opinion too, because they could point out something that you never realized.
Well, I actually have an app on my phone called Ladderbox, and like I do like for my own personal fun. I actually rank like certain things. Like it's an app for movies that you rank. You can rank the films. You can make a list of films, and like so like I have a Ladderbox, and every once in a while I'll share it on my Instagram, like my ranking of a franchise. You know, like. And I get crap for it. Like I had to like basically take off the comments for the Star Wars ranking.
Oh, you should have never had them on to begin with.
I don't actually. And if I ever post anything Star Wars, I turn the comments off.
Good.
Because I don't want to hear it. It's not my problem.
Oh, they are the most annoying but passionate fans, and I can say that I am a fan.
No, they're not even passionate. They're bullies.
No, listen. This is what I mean by passionate. They're passionate about knocking people down and being bullies. That's what they're passionate about.
Trust me, I'm a Star Wars fan. Okay, I am. I'm a massive Star Wars fan. But I don't associate myself with Star Wars fans.
No.
Right.
I'm on an island on my own, and I like what I like. I have a select few in my group that I talk to, and everybody else, I just don't care.
Exactly. Same here. Now,
I truly hate Star Wars fans, but that's another video.
Oh yeah,
that is
same.
another video.
That is another video.
That'll be a very fun conversation because
that might end up needing to be a 2-parter.
There's a couple of videos that you guys can get me going on.
Yeah.
Don't even get me started on the final season of Game of Thrones, right, Andrew?
Yeah. I've heard this rant just a couple times at this point.
Let me finish the series before we actually talk about that.
Yes.
Sorry.
As soon as you finish the series, we will have a Game of Thrones podcast.
Will only be years later, but
that's fine.
Right.
We'll still be doing it. So
exactly, we'll still be fresh.
Fine.
Now, what are you guys currently watching as of now? Like channels, types of videos, just videos in general. What do you guys like right now?
I'll tell you the channels I've been watching as of lately. Let me pull up my YouTube.
Yeah, I should probably pull mine up too.
So
slackers.
Okay, so I follow Mr. H is my number one.
Okay.
And then for the Walking Dead side is a guy named Movie Idol. I really like him a lot. He's very positive. He loves the series. The panel is joining us from the. What?
I accidentally pressed the video. Sorry, guys.
Yeah, every once in a while, I watch the John Campea show.
Okay.
Even though I don't always agree with his opinion, sometimes I feel like I don't know, but I do like John Campea a lot. He sometimes he bugs me, but whatever. I like him.
Mm-hmm.
And then outside of that, the other person I watch a lot of like Joe Rogan podcasts.
Yeah, that's one I watch a lot too.
So like those are kind of what I thought. Those are kind of like the main people I watch, and then after that, it'll be like Joe Rogan, and then I like to watch like paranormal videos.
Okay. What do you got, Andrew?
So if I look through my subscriptions, I'll just talk about some that I actually watch because I'm subscribed to some people that I haven't watched in a long time, and some that
Me too.
some that annoy me nowadays, but whatever. So the main one I usually watch the one that I talked about, Flom, just because I like Counter-Strike and I think he's a genuine dude. He used to be a professional player, and then he switched to full-time streaming like 5 years ago. And that's what he just loves doing. So, and he's a pretty genuine dude. He usually like he gets sponsors, and he'll tell people like if they ask him like, "Hey, what's a good gaming mouse to get?" and he'll be like, "Well, I'll be very transparent with you. I'm sponsored by this company, so I'm going to recommend one of those." But like he usually is like very genuine, and just like he won't steer you in the right direction, in the wrong direction if like you ask him an honest question. Other than that, I still subscribe to one of my longest subscriptions, which is KYR Speedy, which is the shirt that I'm wearing. But I've been subscribed to him for 8 years now. And ever since Call of Duty Black Ops 2 came out, and I don't always watch his videos anymore. He plays a lot of the newer Call of Duties and like whatever's popular. So like he used to play like Fortnite when that was popular. So I didn't watch his videos then. It's usually just when he puts up something that I want to watch, gaming wise.
Gotcha.
And then all the other stuff, I have a couple food videos, food creators now, that I watch because I like watching people cook food.
I got a couple of them too, man.
It's a skill that I don't have, but I appreciate other people having a skill. And then other than that, it's really just people who report on esports stuff. Because I'm just always interested in the competitive gaming scene, and would love to be there one day. So not as a competitor because I'm terrible at video games, but
you'll get there eventually.
I would like to be the brains behind something.
Maybe you could coordinate it one day.
Yeah. I have some ideas, but
there you go. Send them in. But I watch a broad bunch lately. Like one channel I've been watching is Oh My God Facts, which just breaks down like top 10 facts of like things throughout history, like deadliest battles in human history, or like worst jobs in the Victorian era. I just watched that this morning. Like stuff like that, just real obscure, interesting facts.
I've seen their videos.
I love weird knowledge for whatever reason. Like I don't care about math, but give me something that happened 500 years ago that means nothing to me now. I'd rather see that.
They have that show on Netflix now, that History 101.
Yeah, I haven't seen it yet, but it looks good.
I only watched two episodes so far of it. It's okay. I mean, it's just if you want to learn some random shit, like fast food is their first episode, so you learn about a lot about the fast food industry.
Oh, perfect. I'd probably fall in love with that then. But like I watch other stuff too. Like I watch a lot of like survival videos, like learning different stuff in the woods, like how to survive. I'm losing my thought process, but chopping wood, like basic stuff like that, all the way to like building like these intricate shelters, or like how to hide on private property and camp out without anybody seeing you. I do not recommend that though. Highly illegal.
Right. Obviously.
but like the one of the channels I watch, it's called Step One Survival, and it's an ex-Marine that lives in down in Tennessee, and he breaks down all that different stuff, like how to jar your food, how to how to shoot a bow and arrow. He also does like EDC videos, which EDC stands for everyday carry. So it can range from anything from like your firearm of choice to your knife to your flashlight to your watch, all the way down to your sunglasses. Like I like watching stuff like that because I carry all that stuff besides a gun. I live in Jersey. I can't carry a gun.
Get out loud.
But like I watch a lot of stuff like that, and then a lot of photography videos because it's a hobby I'm really getting into. Is photography. So like Seventh Era and North Borders. They're two of the big ones that I watch. They're two guys from Australia that just travel around the world and just take photos of whatever. It helps me get ideas for my own personal photos too, but that's mostly what I watch nowadays.
I try to find a lot of behind the scenes videos too. I really enjoy that. Like especially like lately, I've been on a real big like Godzilla kick. And I've been watching like a lot of the behind the scenes on YouTube of like how they made the monsters, the motion capture behind it. You know, even like the history of it. So I basically like for as far as YouTube goes for me, it's basically just like film and like and Joe Rogan.
Right.
Can't go wrong with either.
Yeah. Usually, like my biggest usage of YouTube at this point is just to listen things while I'm driving. Like I put on podcasts or like one of the guys that I'm subscribed to. He's an esports journalist, but he also he bridges the gap. He does a lot of things that aren't esports related as well. But he's really good to listen to because he'll give really good like factual episodes talking about, like if I look at his latest videos, like he has one about like how Reddit uses their platform to crowd control people into seeing what they want you to see, and then like he'll talk about how Blizzard like didn't do something right in the Overwatch League and how they're like trying to hide it and all that. So like he's an investigative journalist by nature. So
that's awesome.
He usually finds the facts and presents them in a way that people can understand.
Very good.
Yeah, he used to be the when they had Counter-Strike on TBS, he was the host. So
okay. I didn't even know that had on TBS. Huh.
Yeah. That's been up for a couple years now, I think.
I never paid attention to Counter-Strike, so.
Well, I just know because of Andrew. But one of the things, like one of my favorite things to watch too on YouTube, I love collection videos. Like the things like I collect like I collect Blu-rays and action figures and autographs. So like I try to find like stuff within that. Like I really enjoy watching other people's collections and like movie rooms, especially because like I'm really proud of my movie room. So like I really enjoy like watching like videos like that as well. And I think like one of the things like that's like really cool with like YouTube is the fact that it's very personalized.
Yes.
Right? Like when like cable and stuff like that, it's not really personalized.
No.
You kind of have to go with what, and even so much to an extent, even like Netflix and Hulu and Disney Plus on streaming service, they start out personalized at the beginning.
Right.
And then when you start branching out, you kind of start getting like, recommendations or things you're like, I'm gonna watch that. Well, but like I can tell you what, like YouTube stays consistently personalized with me. Like right now, like if I go on this week, like I said, I've been really on a Godzilla kick.
Yeah.
So like this week, all my videos are Godzilla. Like all my recommended videos are Godzilla. Like last week, it could have been The Walking Dead, and it's all Walking Dead videos. So it's like it stays very personalized to me, and I like that.
That's what I like about it, because like it kind of goes with that saying similar to like you can learn a lot about somebody, et cetera, et cetera. Like you go on someone's like recommended page on YouTube, you can learn a lot about that person.
Yeah.
So that's something I really like that I just thought of now. Never really put two and two together on that one.
Yeah, and I really love YouTube. I mean, that's probably it's definitely my favorite. Like, if you want to call it a social media, I don't know, but that's my favorite like website for sure.
It's my most used app out of everyone, and then even like on my Chromebook, like YouTube is the thing I use the most on here too.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, like if I look at my recommendations right now, not including like people that I'm subscribed to, like YouTube, for as much as people like, and I'm one of the people that like to complain about YouTube, but because that's a whole topic that maybe we'll get to this episode.
Yeah.
But they do a really decent job of recommending videos that I would actually probably want to watch.
Oh yeah,
Like
I would agree to that.
So like there's a bunch of like Counter-Strike clip videos that I see here. There's some like I was watching some videos about the whole, I don't know if you guys saw the whole thing going down with like some of the YouTubers who were like calling out other YouTubers, and there was like a
I've
whole
heard
big
of
drama
that,
thing
yeah.
going on.
Mhm.
So there were some
So
recommendations
drama.
on that. Oh yeah. Yeah. I mean, drama is clicks, so
Exactly.
any type of attention is good attention when it comes to the way business and YouTube works. So
I love
Exactly.
the fabricated drama that you
Oh,
know is
yeah.
bullshit.
Yeah.
no, that's always that. Always that.
I hate that. If I'm watching drama, give me some real stuff. I want to see real emotions, not fake stuff.
Well, I have a kind of a fun fact. I'm not going to mention their name.
Hmm.
When I lived in my parents' house, my neighbor was actually a really famous YouTuber.
Mhm.
No kidding.
Mm-hmm. Like I said, I'm not going to mention their name because there's
Yeah.
tons of them. I'm going to tell you guys off air, but that person is a very big YouTuber, and I actually didn't realize for a very long time. And then I saw the person's plaque, and then they kind of filled me in, and I was like, I would see them like filming, and my parents' house has made it in some of the videos. But yeah, like my neighbor was and apparently, I mean, he's big. So I was a neighbor to a YouTuber.
Wow.
Pretty funny.
That's funny.
And that's the other thing. It just shows that like your neighbor could be like one of the biggest YouTube stars, and you just don't even know it.
Well, it's not my demographic either.
Well, yeah, that's what I mean. Like, it doesn't have to be your demographic, but
yeah,
you just never know.
yeah.
Yeah.
And he's a funny kid. He's a fun. I mean, I can see why people like him. I gotta be honest, I've never watched one of his videos ever because, like I said, it's not my demographic. But I mean, I know him personally. He's funny as hell, and I can see why people would like him.
Right.
Very cool.
Yeah, they that's an interesting thing because some people get this YouTube fame and like they can't help themselves but to like make it known that they're famous. But then there's the other people who use their fame and they don't do anything with it, and you would like what you said, you would never know.
Yeah.
That they were a YouTube star unless you like actually like saw their video or like if you were just out and about.
He might be that in school. I don't know. Like I said, the age gap between us is pretty big.
Oh yeah.
So I have no idea his personality outside of how I know him. But like you said, there are people though that are like really meek and mild. Like every time we've ever had a YouTube channel, no one really knows.
Right.
Yeah.
Because we don't really talk about it.
Right.
You know? And again, we've never had a channel that I think the most successful channel we've had maybe had like 100 subscribers, maybe.
Maybe. I think we got up to that.
Yeah.
Bring that one back.
Nah, because it's not something that me and Andrew would. It's not even something we'd be into anymore.
Yeah, we're not passionate about that anymore. But that's next week's discussion.
Is it?
Yeah, next week Andrew wants to talk about our past YouTube ventures, and we've had 2, right?
So
I was a part of one of them.
Yes.
Let me look at our my subscriptions, and I'll tell you.
Yeah. Well, Andrew also had one on his own too. No, I did have one. I had one on my own as well. I had an actual review channel. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, we had a few, but again, that's next week's discussion, so we'll save it for next week.
Well, that's the thing.
I'm excited.
Whatever we don't talk about today, because I know we are at the hour mark. Whatever we don't talk about today, that basically gonna be a part 2 to YouTube next week.
Oh yeah.
Sweet. Awesome.
Yeah.
But one thing that I kind of did want to talk about.
Go ahead.
And I don't know if you guys noticed it or didn't notice it, but I think YouTube has a problem nowadays.
Yes. What is it? The monetization problem or the algorithm?
Neither one actually.
In my opinion, they're taking away certain videos or won't let certain people upload because it's not in their eyes,
Yes. Okay.
they're like I used to watch a lot of prank videos,
Mm-hmm.
and like one of the people I watched, they would do like a bait bite prank,
Mm-hmm.
and they were actually really big YouTubers, and they're gone because YouTube kicked them off because it's in their eyes it's violent behavior.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
So the issue in question is a pretty big encompassing question. So one, YouTube has taken the U out of YouTube because they're not here supporting people who are trying to make content for their platform for free. YouTube doesn't even pay them at this point because like as you mentioned, Eric, monetization. YouTube doesn't really pay, so those people aren't really making a lot of money from YouTube anymore. Like a lot of people aren't don't even
Patreon
make.
now.
Yeah, like they depend on their supporters to support them.
Yes.
They depend on advertisement revenue from people that give them money to like advertise their products.
Yes.
They're not actually making much off of YouTube at all, and YouTube is reaping all the benefits and then not even trying to promote people who are coming up in the space. They'll either promote people who are already big YouTubers, well-known partners of YouTube, or one thing that I've noticed is a huge corporate takeover of YouTube. So
I've noticed that too, actually.
So I never before, like I would say a year or two ago, would have gotten any sort of like recommendation for a Jimmy Fallon video or like one of like the big like corporate one like ABC News or
Jimmy Kimmel.
Yeah,
Jimmy Kimmel
always being recommended. I don't even watch them.
Neither do
care
I.
about him. He's annoying to me.
I'll get CNN News and ABC and Fox all the time, and I don't watch any of them.
Right.
Yeah.
So like YouTube, like they're using it as a way to direct you towards, and sort of like how I said, like the one guy exposed like Reddit on how they were crowd controlling. YouTube does the same thing. All these big companies do the same thing. They all control us to see what we want to see.
Exactly.
Or what they want us to see. And like it just shows on YouTube, like these companies are probably paying YouTube money to promote these videos that no one actually wants to watch, but it's taking away from the people that are actually build up YouTube to what it is now.
Yes.
So like you can't, it's to the point where it's very difficult for someone who's starting out, unless they catch a really big break, to become a big YouTube star.
Yeah.
Right. Which is why people go to their platforms. Like we're on Twitch, because visibility on Twitch is a little bit better than it is on YouTube. It's not perfect, but you would get more visibility streaming on Twitch than if we streamed on YouTube or if we just posted videos on YouTube. It's more to think about nowadays, because there is this thing where they're not here to recommend you new and upcoming people. They're here to recommend you what they think you want to watch.
Well, even with that, let me just add to that as well, because like they're not just ignoring the people that are just starting out. What they're doing is they're looking for people that actually build their channel almost like a TV show, like having a backdrop or having like an epic intro or anything. Doesn't matter if you have 10 subscribers or 100,000. Like that's what I've noticed a lot of them are gearing towards, is just production instead of like just something creative and raw, which could turn into something. They want that immediate you know, that immediate watchability and popularity kind of thing. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, yeah, like that. I've noticed that a lot too, and it drives me crazy for the new up and coming guys that aren't able to have a green screen or aren't able to have like a $700 camera with a nice mic. They're just using like their iPhone headphones for sound, you know?
Right. Which should be okay for people to be able to do that.
Exactly.
But instead, you see people having to spend thousands of dollars on equipment just to be able to have a chance.
Yes, exactly. And that's not taken away from your green screen, by the way. I think that's awesome. I'm jealous. I want one.
My green screen is terrible.
It's it's better than my green screen. I mean, this is real.
That's a better screen than you
Eric,
actually have a screen next to you.
Eric didn't choose to have siding as his backdrop, guys.
No, I didn't. I
It's not
actually
a green screen.
Yeah, I actually wanted a mural of Nick and Andrew hugging, but I mean
Yeah.
that would have been too expensive. Sorry,
Right.
Yeah, no, and I think that's something that like even like next week we'll be able to like get even more in depth with, because like that is a big issue, and that could take up a podcast on its own.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, because that is the thing. Because even when me and Andrew started out, again, mind you, we were never big. We never got big, but our one channel did actually have a decent fan base. Okay.
Yeah.
But we were getting monetized. Like we were getting like I think we probably made like $5, but we were getting paid. But you can't get that now.
Yeah.
And if
It's always funny because when I see like people going to like when I watch live, because I watch live streams more than I watch regular videos now.
yeah,
'Cause, like I like being able to interact with the people like on screen and how they interact with their community, and it's like some people will just be like, oh well, you don't care about the money that you get from your YouTube video, like we're watching it and we're watching ads and stuff like that, and it's like most of the time they'll just be like, yeah, the whole like 30 cents that I'm making from that YouTube video, like, oh no. Because literally like there are people who have millions of subscribers,
Yeah.
and their YouTube video will make them maybe a couple bucks.
Yeah, and
Off
that's
of
their
ad revenue.
livelihood. And that's their livelihood. I know I watch a lot of channels where people give up their job because they enjoy YouTube more, and they don't care. A lot of them don't care about the whole money part of it. They just enjoy being creators. But I feel bad for them though, because they gave up like a decent career to do their own thing and be happy, and they're not getting the money that they deserve to, especially if it's good work that they're putting out.
yep, it's true.
Yeah, it's rough.
YouTube is not. It's not the same. I think when we were younger, I feel like YouTube was better when we were younger.
Yeah, I agree and disagree at the same time. But yeah.
Well, I feel as far as my biggest issue is people, like Andrew was just kind of saying, like, kind of abiding to these corporate takeover for their own personal gain, and it wasn't always like that.
No, that's the part that I agree. It's not like how it used to be. It's worse than that. The point I was making to that, how it's in a way better, is just the amount of stuff that's out there.
Yes. No, and I agree. I do think there's way more content. Like, I mean, literally, you can find a channel on anything. So I do agree, content-wise, and like variety is better.
Yes. But that's.
But I think like as far as like back then, although there wasn't a lot, but there was a lot of creativity.
Exactly.
You had to be. You had to be.
Yes.
Yeah, and like it's really interesting that you see, and I see it throughout like TV shows and stuff like that too. Like we have all this technology now, and like anyone can edit a video like really well just from a phone or an iPad, and you're seeing the creativity levels go down. Like you should be able to do way more. Like you see the older content creators who have been around for 8, 10, 12 years on YouTube, and they'll use the new technology, and you'll actually see what can be done when someone's actually creative. Yes. But then like the person who's the Johnny come lately of YouTube, who just started a channel, they'll get a viral video out there, but the creativity level was like 0. There was nothing that entitled them to get millions of views on it, other than they found the right trigger for people to actually click it.
Right.
Exactly.
It's craziness. It's crazy just in general where the internet's gone. YouTube's one of the best examples of that. But that's something we can get into next week, because I feel like that'll fall into next week's as well.
Yeah. Next week will be more content like driven, like about like our previous content, and from there we can diverge into like more talk about like content in general on YouTube.
Yeah.
Because obviously, like we're not experts of YouTube.
No, not at
and-
all.
Yes,
and
we are.
our content is very generic and basic at this point because all we're doing is just posting a video of this onto YouTube.
Yeah.
But I don't like to toot my own horn, but when we were actually doing things on YouTube, like when we were creating like new videos, I thought we were very creative and we came up with a lot of even my editing, like I'm terrible at editing, but I thought it was pretty good.
Well, that's something I'm excited to get into next week because like there's like two things. Like my favorite channel, I can't wait to talk about the one we made our favorite channel. But I mean, I could give a little teaser for one of my favorite things you ever did was your intro for Gaming Genesis. Where it's like, oh, creeper.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh,
Yeah.
It was so good. But like my favorite YouTube channel involves us three, so you guys are already gonna know what it is.
Yeah.
Right.
So I'm really excited to talk about it because like
Me too.
just so everybody knows, like we'd never been in YouTube for anything other than just pure fun.
Yeah.
That's all.
And that's all this is too. Like we don't ever care to be famous. It really doesn't. I don't care. I don't sit there and think about it at night. Like I really hope to never sell out podcast because the next hot sensation. If it does, it does.
Yeah.
I don't give a fuck. I don't give a shit.
Same.
Just have fun.
Exactly.
Yeah. I think it's like we were gonna do all these things anyway. So why not just film it and put it on YouTube?
Exactly.
Exactly.
But
yeah, and like next week we're gonna get into it further. So those who are watching, thank you.
Yes, thank you.
If you want to hear more, check us out. And Eric, why don't you take us out, buddy?
Yeah. So as you all heard, part 2 will be next week. Yeah, we're gonna get more in depth about this. Check us out. Same time, Eastern time on Twitch. Video will be up on YouTube in a few days. Yeah.
Follow us on Instagram, Twitter.
Yeah. Instagram, Twitter, all that. Follow us on those. We'll tag everything else. Yeah, can't wait to talk next week.
Cool.
Cool.
We'll see you guys later. Bye.
Peace out.